ready for some football? Box and Whisker. You do have notes on this. Please take out your old notes so I can kind of go on notes.
It's under line plots.
Why would I put it under line plots? Okay, because it was both.
Because on Box and Whisper,
You use the line plot, you use the box. And then write this down and take a little note to try to remind you of something. And I want to find something really applicable here. Evelyn, were you gone again? This was a long time ago.
No, I would just say
Wait.
From last year.
no, that's what this year.
Whoa.
We didn't, I fell off. We did.
All right, write this data down. This is the speed of 10 birds who recorded in miles per hour. I'm only pulling this out of the book. 19, 20, 22, 19, 20, 22, two 24s, a 26, a 29, a 30, and a 47. It is a fast one. Now, remember what Box and Whisker does. Really, all you are doing is you're really taking the data and separating it and cutting it into 4 equal pieces. Cutting in 4 equal pieces. And we really call those the quartiles. Quartiles. And really, in order to do that, you basically find the median, and then find the median, and then find the median. Median. Or you're looking for the middle numbers. Because if you find the first middle number, you've cut it in halves, right? And if you cut halves in halves, you've now cut it into quarters. So if you look at this data set here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What number is in the midst of 9? The 5th number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is your median. Okay? You need to make a number line that encompasses all these numbers. So let's start with what?
18.
No, well, let's go by 5s and start with 15. Because we got to go to 15 to 50, right? So 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. We'll kind of get. So my 1 point I pick is 24. Oh, that doesn't look good, does it? So 24, let's just say, is right here. Okay. Then I look at the lower section and I find the median of that.
21.
You look at the middle, there's 2 numbers in the middle, divide by 2, you get 21. So right here at 21 is my lower part here. There's my lower box. And then I do the same thing over here, find the median of that, which is
29.5.
29 and a half. Make sure I get this. So those are the box, part of my Box and Whisker. Then I have the lowest number here, which is 19. Wow, how come that's so small? That's the whisker. It goes to 19. And my highest number, my upper extreme here is right here, and that's my other whisker. Except, ladies and gentlemen, what we have to add today is
Outliers.
yes. Leave it to Tyler. the outlier thing here. And we have to make sure we get these right. We've got the lower quartile, the upper quartile. We've got a bunch of different words here.
Interquartile range.
Here is, right here, this is the first quartile. Okay, then the original meaning is the second quartile. And here is the third quartile. And we did do an Excel on this, didn't we? We might do it again today, depending on how big. Well, no, we got something else to do there. Okay. And then you've got this number here, which is the minimum. And you've got this, which is the maximum. Although we'll have to talk about that for a little bit. And then the big thing we have to talk about today is what's called the IQR. And the IQR, ladies and gentlemen, is the inner quartile range. And what that means is this. This is the inner quartile. When you put these two together, they call that the inner quartiles, or maybe it should be called the inner quartiles. But you want to find the range of those numbers, and when you find the range of those numbers, you have to subtract the third quartile from the first quartile.
Isn't it the other way around?
The first quartile, you're going to criticize me all day,
Nah, I'm just hoping.
from the third. And we said this one was 29.5, right? From that we have to subtract, which one is this one? 21. So the range actually is what, 7.5? The range is 7.5. Yes, dramatic pause. Talk amongst yourself for a minute. No, don't talk amongst yourself. Let me look and see what's the difference here. But you talk amongst yourself. Stop talking amongst yourself.
Yeah, Mr. Hahn, it's 8.5. Not 7.
What?
It's 8.5, not 7.5.
Yeah, well, no, talk about yourself. That's not what I'm thinking of.
Way to actually found that out. That was not me.
Wait,
Criticize.
Wait, criticize.
Well, I criticize you, but I got my information from a different source.
I had it. I didn't want to say it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure. Just don't provoke.
I think I wrote a number down wrong. Oh, that is, okay, stop. It was, forget it. Back to this, yeah, this is fine. I did write that wrong, but that was just because I was misguided and misinterpreted. Now, once you find out what that number is, really what have we just done? We've just figured out the range, which is this right here. Go from this to this, you had to add 8.5. That's the range of those numbers. In order to find out if something is an outlier, here's what you have to do. Step number 1 is you need to take your IQR and multiply it by 1.5, which I didn't like because we ended up with 8.5, but that's because I missed the number in this whole messy thing out there. And if I take my IQR times it by 1.5, my IQR was this 8.5 that we figured out here. If you take 1.5 times 8.5, we get some sort of bizarre number, which is, anybody do it?
Something.
It's got to be around 12, 13, 14.
12.75.
Alright, let's take everyone's word at 12.75. Okay? This is a big number in the world here. It's not really big, but okay. Something is considered an outlier if it is this number added to this number here away, more than that, 12.75, which was my 29.5. I'm allowed to go 12.75 more than that to still be on my graph. If something goes farther than that away, we call it an outlier because it's way too far outside of what every other number is. That's kind of like the formula. So I know this number here was 29.5. I add 12.75 to it and I end up with 42.25. That is the farthest away I'm going to let any number be. Now because 47 is farther away than that, I don't count it in my whisker. I go back to the next number, which is 30. It is going to be, whoa, is it really right there? It is going to be the farthest I'm going to let my whisker go. I am going to erase that whisker because it's not going to count. Okay, but, ladies and gentlemen, I will show that there was a number at 47 by just making a big old asterisk here for a star. Otherwise, that outlier just kind of skews what everything looks like. So if it's way out there. I have to do the same thing for the left side. Okay, I have to take my 21 and subtract this same number. Remember I said this is a big number because you're allowed to go 12.75 this way. You're allowed to go 12.75 this way, so you have to subtract 12.75, which would give you what? 8.25. Am I right on that? Yes. So my numbers can go all the way down to 8.25, which is fine because the lowest number I have is 19. Okay, so I could accept anything that's that side of that. Does that make any sense? Probably not.
What's the upper and
I
lower
don't feel like upper extreme and the lower extreme are these. They're the max and the min. Max and the min are the same.
Wait, so if it's outside of that, you just erase the whisker?
Yes, but you have to put an asterisk there. And then you go to the next number that's closest to it. See, after 47, 30, so my whisker actually becomes 30. 47 just gets an asterisk. Now, I'm dying for somebody to ask for the practical application of this.
What's the practical application of this?
No idea. No idea whatsoever. Upper extreme. Oh wait, hold on a second.
Wait, what question do we even ask? Like, what's the question mean?
What question is that?
Why do we use it
I
for
have
the
to
world?
reevaluate my upper and lower extremes
Well, we're
here.
never going to use this in the world.
So that's why I said nothing.
Let him evaluate.
You will not use 85% of the stuff we talk about. You'll never ever use. Well, you'll use it when you take your test to get into college.
Then why do we do it? What if we don't do it?
Wait, I'm still looking for the upper extremes and the lower extremes.
So basically,
On our older things.
Yeah.
Upper extreme spot. Yeah. Wait, what's your question?
When you're adding or subtracting, are you going from the upper quartile and lower quartile?
Yes.
Or are you going from the
No, you're going from here. You're going from the lower quartile. You're subtracting that from the lower quartile and you're adding it to the upper quartile. Upper, lower, first, second. Maybe we should watch a real video on this.
I agree.
It goes to his own
I
ego.
Show those
agree
on
with
YouTube,
you.
yeah.
I think we should just go to Mr. Jeff Hahn's YouTube video.
No,
I think we shall too.
Did you end up emailing it?
Yeah, did you get my email?
No.
Yeah,
What was it?
I sent you the math.
That's profile.
Yeah.
The what?
The symbol for your YouTube.
A symbol for my YouTube thing?
Yeah, it was like a plus minus division and multiple.
Wait, did you make it up yourself?
No, I found it on the internet.
Is it
The
copyrighted?
internet.
No, I actually checked. It wasn't copyrighted. I went to the website.
Site source sent
When
it
I
to
had-
Mr.
When I had my
Honto.
first YouTube channel, I used all copyrighted images and I didn't know. So I had to take it down.
Me too.
Did they make you take it down?
No, I think Avery came over and yelled at me.
Well, remember when Abram got all his written poetry pics from there?
What?
Oh yeah, when Parker and Abram both did like a whole branch and they did the same one.
Well, I got confused, you see. I thought it was like a research paper.
Alright, look at page 348.
That's a good picture.